my turn to do a review on my own build. Let me introduce it because we finally got around to finishing it. This is the Corsa VXR Racing, and we've installed the Astra VXR engine known as the Z20 LEH. So we picked a VXR racing shell, which is a little bit more special than a normal Corsa VXR. They made 1,000 of these. They all came red, and they all have little accent pieces to stand them apart from the rest. Black spoiler, you've got the black splitter, the tinted kind of rear lights. You've got this accent piece on the door which says VXR Racing, and the interior is basically complete leather. So it has these amazing wraparound bucket seats from Recaro. With the VXR Racing, it has the full leather trim, and it's also embroidered in the seat VXR Racing. There's also, if you look on the dash, it has these red accent pieces around the fan vents. It also has a small little plaque. Ours is 224 of 1,000. The seats were the main one for me. These are, still is today, one of the best seats I can find, and especially in leather. I wanted to get something small, hot hatch, and this was perfect. It had the styling, but it didn't have the engine. They come with a 1.6 16-valve turbo engine, and they have serious problems with basically melting pistons down. So this is obviously a derived of the Z20 LET, Z20 LEH engine out of like the Astra VXR, the Zafira GSI. To mate that engine with this shell, in my opinion, is a perfect combination. So let me grab the camera, I'll get in here and I'll show you what we've done in the engine bay of what basically makes this car different to everything else. So as you can see, the Z20 LET, LEH, whatever you want to call it, we'll call it the Z20 LEX, because this is actually a kind of a mix max of parts. It's actually a Z20 LEL bottom end with all LET internals. Story behind that was obviously we bought a cheaper Astra just to make sure we could make it work. The engine's been fully rebuilt from top to bottom, piston rings, bearings, timing belt, water pump, stem seals, you name it, the engine is like brand new. But then we've also done, to get the what we class as the 300 horsepower mark, is we have installed the Astra VXR LEH turbo, we've put the LEH airflow meter, LEH injectors, and we've put LET remapped ECU on there, which is obviously got all the added extra bits and pieces which allow you to run the 300 horsepower. So as for the conversion, how have we done it, what we've done it, basically we did start the channel going through some of the how-tos and how to get it in there. So basically, gearbox, it is an Astra VXR gearbox, but you use the back plate and the top mount off the Corsa VXR. That basically all works. You use the Corsa VXR short shaft, you use a 1.3 diesel Corsa long shaft, and then this mount on this side is basically derived from the Corsa VXR and the Astra. See, that's the original one. So you machine the back off, it pulls it that way inwards, and it bolts up with them two bolt holes perfectly. So that's how you get it in. It is on basically the standard exhaust, but it is 2.25 inch, so in my opinion that should easily do the power it needs to do. As for the wiring, because that's the one that everyone questions, I don't want to go into it and I don't want to explain it, because I'll be honest with you, this car has done no more than 500 miles as a complete car. There is many different ways of doing the conversion. There's many different variations of, I don't know, ABS pump, fuse boxes, clocks, dashes. There's many things that are different from Corsa to Corsa. We don't know enough about the conversion itself. Don't know enough to say this is how you do it. Technically, this one's done and we're happy.
Sounds like a firework.
The thing behind the car, and the reason why we had this fascination to do this, was Astra VXRs. I don't really like the looks of them. They're alright and they're a good car and they look alright, but they weren't like, wow, I like this. The Corsa VXRs, I thought, they're nice, they're small, they're compact, and they have these mega seats, the big bucket seats. The Astra VXR don't have these seats, but the engines are rubbish. So I thought, let's take the Astra VXR engine and put it in this. And for me, that'd be the perfect package, because you've got the nice body styling with the kit, the nice seats, all the toys, and you've got the good engine. was so much fun in that car. It was just a tin box. It was probably 200 horsepower. It probably weighed 600 kg, and it was just funny. So I had 200 horsepower, but no weight.
Yeah.
So it was near enough as fast.
Yeah.
So you could race anything and keep up or beat it.
Did people know you were fast, man? Or did it come across as like a little sleeper?
No, it come across as nothing.
Yeah.
And I think that's because that was my very first turbo car I ever drove.
Yeah. Was that like old school turbo?
Old school turbo, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the nothing. And it's the all bases. You're driving the car, not the car driving you.
I hope the noise comes right.
I just hope. Yeah, I don't know. I was just thinking the exact same of that then. So there was a gentleman who's done one.
What's done one of these?
Done one of these. He commented saying it was front end heavy. Hence, when we did the original videos, that's why I weighed the engine in comparison to the 1.6.
Oh yeah.
Which was hardly anything.
Was this heavier?
Yeah, slightly heavier. Not by a great deal. I can't remember, 50 kg.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. But as soon as you start talking front end heavy, this is nowhere. If you think this is front end heavy, then you haven't driven anything light with the big engine.
Yeah.
Because this is not front end heavy at all.
Compared to the V6.
Compared to the V6, compared to a Nova with a red top engine in the front, compared to a
Yeah, is
Corsa
that heavy as well? No, we were red top.
Yeah, you throw a Nova or a Corsa with a red top into a corner, that is far more front end nose heavy than this.
Yeah.
Far more. But that was always the discussion back in the day when the conversions of the red tops into Novas were.
Yeah.
Each front end heavy.
Oh, it's nothing compared to the V6.
Nothing.
You feel kind of comfortable with this. I think you could drive it.
It feels very well planted.
Yeah, so you can drive
because I think the car's been very well solidly made and it feels strong.
It's like it's made for what
It's not a tin box.
Yeah, exactly.
So as a daily, and you could use the daily just a bit of a spirited drive on.
Yeah.
It's quiet, it drives well, it's not noisy in here. The internet will tell us otherwise. I'm sure the opinionated people will say otherwise, but hey ho. It's on the Nürburgring suspension.
Was it?
Yeah, so this car is now on a Corsa D Nürburgring edition got broke, which came with full Bilstein suspension, and this is what is on this. Maybe that's why it feels different. It doesn't feel like there's these front end heavy because it has that suspension on. The car's everything I envisioned it would be when I wanted to do the Corsa VXR with the Astra VXR. Everything I envisioned it is. You need to keep your eye out on the social medias because we're going to raffle this card off. We're going to do around 100 tickets. It'll be coming very, very soon. You guys get the chance of winning this build, but it also allows us to build the next one and then the next one, because we're hoping we can take this channel to try and build one every couple of months, different conversions in different cars, and raffle them away, because we feel that people don't want to build them themselves. They'd rather just win or buy them. So we're going to try and facilitate that by building them for you and raffling them off. So keep an eye on the social medias, because this one is coming up for raffle very, very, very soon.
My favourite car I've driven.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It's your first proper fast car, though, isn't it, really?
The Mark 5 R32 Assurance.
Yeah.
That was reasonably fast.
Yeah, not as fast
Not
as
turbo though.
It's a nice thing to do this for my son. I can build these cars and he can have a go. And realise he's going to be skinned forever because he's going to be a petrol head.
Forever. The brakes are surprising good, isn't it, though?
Yeah, they are good.
Oh, yeah. It's normal brakes.
Yes, normal brakes.
I'll never forget this car ever. Ever.
No, this is your.
I'll see it, I'll find it in a few years and
This
go
is
and buy it
your.
back.
This is your Uno Turbo.
Good torque today though. It feels like a rocket, like.
This is where you get addicted now.
I'm addicted already.
Now you can see why my journey was bigger engine, go faster, bigger engine, go faster, bigger engine, go faster, bigger engine, go faster. It was never let's get another car and go faster.
Yeah.
It was always, well, what's the next big engine I can put on? What's the next bigger turbo I can put on?
This car's the reason I'm going to be skidding. Just a little bit of throttle and it just starts.
Yeah, no, you can feel it kicking in, can't you?
Yeah,
The boost
away.
kicking in. I suppose we've not experienced it.
That's what I mean. If you don't know, you don't know.
You don't know.
Like when Lewis got in this, like obviously his GTI is probably near enough the same, maybe.
Yeah, I thought so.
Like 250. His Golf GTI Mark 7. So it's probably the near enough, but his is just more gradual. It's just not into it. So as soon as he got into it, he's like, what is this car?
Yeah.
Like, he was like, that is insane. It's just raw.
Even though it's probably not as, it might be the same speed, it might be a little bit faster, but it's the delivery of it, it's the old school lag.
The delivery of it, yeah.
You don't see many of them.
What? Oh yeah, oh it's nice. That's beautiful, isn't it?
Nice car.
Wow.
He's out for a Sunday drive. That was a Celica GT4. He's out for a nice sunny Saturday afternoon drive, isn't he?
I feel like back in the day they weren't very desirable.
Never desirable. And they never went up in value as much as everything else.
Yeah.
Like Subarus and stuff like that, they never increased.
They're good though, only 4-wheel drive,
To the turbo, 4-wheel drive, load of rally heritage.
Yeah.
They just, for some reason, whether it was because of the Supra, was the bigger boy. I also think this one sounds louder because you haven't got a giant exhaust running away. So you're hearing more of the engine, not the drowning exhaust.
The air coming out the front? That noise. Coming out the exhaust?
No, that there is.
It sounds like you can hear it in the back.
You're chopping the air with the turbo. That's what it's classed as.
So, well, I mean, where does the noise come
It's
from?
the turbo face.
Oh, actually,
So it's coming out the face, the air filter end. Because that's where you can hear it here a lot. That's where the air filter noise is. I'm against pops and bangs.
I was not surprised when it had it.
I didn't expect it to have. I don't want to say it's a midlife crisis. It was because we used to do so many conversions, me and Mark, who anyone watches the early days in the channel will know him as the Wizard.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be playing with wires.
We used to do tons of conversions for Vauxhalls, loads of them between us. I used to do a lot of Corsa Bs and Novas, and he did a load of Corsa Cs and Astra Mark 4s. Yeah. They were the eras. And it's now our what have I gone? We don't need to do them now for customers, we're doing them for fun. Yeah. And it's the old saying of, have we still got it? Can we still build it? Yeah. Show these youngsters that you can put a big engine in small cars.
It's not dead.
Rather than going financing in a bigger car, just put some money into one you've got and make it faster. Because there's nothing better than pushing an M3 up the motorway or something like that in a small tiny little car. Yeah. This car has been with us from the start of the channel. Been one of the key starting points where people started watching and what we did to kind of grow and enjoy doing this YouTube journey. So there's a lot to thank for this car. I'd also like to thank the Wizard. He's helped me all through this build. He's been me rock, he's been me right on man through these builds. Can't thank him enough. He's technically been the man behind the wiring, and me and him have bashed our heads together for months and months to get it done. So massive shout out to the Wizard. So we'll sign this one off. Keep your eye on the social medias for the raffle. Still plenty more crazy content to come. Take it easy guys, and I'll see you all on the next video.